Water is a very important resource. We use water for so many activities such as drinking, washing, cooking, cleaning, and many more. This precious resource is enormously getting wasted due to human carelessness and lack of planning. That's the reason why many people are facing the scarcity of water. According to the United Nations, a person needs a minimum of 50 liters of water per day. This water is for his basic needs of hygiene, cooking, and drinking. But there is a large population that fails to receive this small quantity of water. Hence most of the population is getting affected by the scarcity of water. What is the scarcity of water? Water scarcity, also called water stress or water crisis. Scarcity of water is the condition when there is a lack of fresh water resources to meet the standard water demand. Humans are facing a water crisis, due to unequal distribution as if exacerbated by climate change, resulting in some very wet and some very dry geographic locations. Also, a sharp rise in global freshwater demand in recent decades is by industries. Water scarcity can also be caused due to droughts, lack of rainfall, or pollution. Global water scarcity is the temporal and geographic differences between the demand for fresh water and the availability of water. An increase in world population, improving living standards of people, changing consumption patterns are a few of the reasons for the rising global demand for water. Climatic changes, such as altered weather patterns, cutting of trees on large scale, increase in pollution, greenhouse gases, and wasteful use of water causes the insufficient supply of water. At the global level and on an annual basis, enough fresh water is available to meet such demand, but geographic and temporal variations of water demand and availability are large, leading to water scarcity. Scarcity varies over time as a result of natural hydrological variability. Water scarcity varies even more so as a function of prevailing economic policy, planning, and management approach. The International Resource Panel states that governments have tended to invest in largely inefficient solutions to overcome the scarcity of water. These solutions are megaprojects like dams, canals, aqueducts, pipelines, and water reservoirs. These are generally neither environmentally sustainable nor economically viable. The government should make holistic water management plans to look after the whole water cycle. This cycle is from source to distribution, economic use, treatment, recycling, reuse, and return to the environment. Causes of scarcity of water. 1. About 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Most of the water present on the Earth is not fit for consumption. Fresh water is the only source of useful water. This fresh water is present in very small quantity. 2. Rainwater is a very important source of fresh water. It needs to be harvested so that it can be put for future use. 3. Humans are overusing water and, in many cases, wasting it. 4. Loss of water due to leakages, excessive use of water for household purposes, taps left open after use are some common sites that form the basis of the problem of water scarcity. 5. Due to the large increase in population means more demand for water. 6. Due to industrialization and urbanization, the demand for water is hugely increasing. General bifurcation according to water scarcity. There are two types of water scarcity, i.e., physical and economic. Physical, or absolute, water scarcity is the result of a region's demand because of the limited water resources found there. Around 1.2 billion people live in areas serving under physical scarcity. Many of them live in arid or semi-arid regions. Physical water scarcity can be seasonal and estimated that approximately 2/3 of the world's population, that is 4 billion people, survive under the conditions of severe water scarcity for at least 1 month of the year. 500 million people in the world survive under severe water scarcity all year round. Half of the world's largest cities also experience water scarcity because of many problems. Economic water scarcity is due to a lack of water infrastructure or to the poor management of water resources where infrastructure is in place. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, more than 1.6 billion people face an economic water shortage. In areas with economic water scarcity, there is less water to meet human and environmental needs, though the access is limited. Mismanagement of water or underdevelopment of water means that the accessible water is polluted for human consumption. Economic water scarcity is also a result of the unregulated use of water in the field of agriculture and also in industries. Approaches to overcome the scarcity of water. 1. A water tax on heavy users could deter wasteful water consumption in industry and agriculture while keeping household water prices. Though consumers would experience higher product prices due to the increased costs of production. Ideally, such a tax would help decouple economic growth from water use. Rebates for the replacement of water wasteful appliances like toilets and showeriads are a cost-effective alternative. 2. Industrial agriculture is an important contributor to water pollution. Many policies that incentivize organic farming and other sustainable farming practices serve to secure water sources from agricultural pollutants. 3. Rainwater harvesting. Recycled wastewater allows to overcome scarcity and ease pressures on groundwater and other natural water bodies. Groundwater recharge is a well-known process to prevent water scarcity that allows water to move from surface water to groundwater. 4. Education is very important to solve the water crisis. To cope with future requirements of water, it is very important to radically reform all forms of consumption. It should be initiated by individual and its education should go beyond. 5. In villages, implementation of direct borewell should be done. By this, people can recharge wherever possible to improve the availability of water for drinking and irrigation needs. Repairing existing but unused water structures is also important. FAQs on the scarcity of water. Question 1. How does water scarcity affect the environment? Answer. The resultant overuse of water related to water deficiencies is mostly situated in irrigation agriculture. It is detrimental to the environment in a variety of respects, including expanded saltiness, nitrogen debasement, and the depletion of floodplains and wetlands. Question 2. What are the impacts of water scarcity? Answer. In the 4 fields such as wellness, hunger, education, and insecurity, the consequences of water shortages can be encapsulated together. Less water also suggests that sewage does not flow, and therefore mosquitoes breed on stagnant polluted water like most insects. Deadly malaria and other diseases are the results of water scarcity. Insufficient intake of water harms the human body and causes kidney problems, constipation, and various mental changes. In our body, blood pressure and heat flow are maintained by the consumption of water. The usable water present on Earth is needed to be saved in order to live a healthy and sustainable living. Question 3. How is water wasted? Answer. When brushing teeth, shaving or washing the dishes and other utensils, one of the most common ways people waste water is by keeping the water flowing through taps. As soon as you start cleaning, shaving, or doing the dishes, the tap should be turned off. Fill one sink with clean rinsing water and one with soapy water for cleaning the dishes will surely save water. Clean and fresh water isn't a privilege, it's a necessity. Although water covers a large portion of our planet, most of that water isn't fit for human consumption. According to the World Wildlife Federation, only 3% of all Earth's water comes from freshwater sources. Most significantly, approximately 2/3 of clean water is inaccessible. The majority of fresh water is located inside the polar ice caps and glaciers. Without interventions from organizations like Healing Waters, water scarcity can undermine human health. Over the next 5 to 10 years, water scarcity could affect as much as 2/3 of the population adversely. The following are 10 shocking facts about water and why scarcity is a global problem. Every year, an estimated 446,000 children younger than 5 years of age perish from diarrhea. Many of these children come from low and middle-income countries that don't have access to healthy water sources. Unsafe water that causes diarrhea has often been contaminated before being consumed by children. More childhood deaths occur from diarrhea than the mortality rates caused by malaria, measles, and AIDS combined. Infectious diseases linked to diarrhea include cholera and dysentery. Without safe water treatments, contaminants like feces can enter water sources. Countries worldwide face a severe problem with providing basic sanitation for their citizens. An estimated 1.7 billion people cannot access essential sanitation services and facilities. The figure is approximately 21% of the world's population. Basic sanitation means the person lives in a hygienic space with proper human waste disposal facilities and regular garbage collection. The homes would also have hand-washing stations with soap and clean water. Malnutrition occurs when a person's diet doesn't incorporate enough proper nutrients. When a child suffers from diarrhea illnesses caused by unsafe water, they do not absorb the vitamins and minerals needed to thrive. Malnourished children may be shorter or thinner compared to healthy children in the same age group. Malnourished children will also have compromised immune systems and a higher risk of infections. The children are also more prone to breaks and sprains, since bones are softer. Water and sanitation are investments that can financially benefit the community and local businesses. For every $1 invested in water and sanitation, an average of at least $4 is returned in increased productivity. Without clean water, employees are more likely to get sick and need to stay home from work. Since children can also get ill due to unsafe water, employees may need to stay home to care for them. With improved water and sanitation, studies have shown that households gain an additional 1,000 hours per year for work and to go to school. With your support, we can continue to expand our reach and provide safe water solutions to more communities struggling with water scarcity around the world. Children and adults perish every year due to health conditions related to unsafe water, inadequate sanitation, and lack of hygiene. Cholera, dysentery, diarrhea, hepatitis, typhoid, and polio are all diseases that could prove fatal if left untreated. Infectious diseases are more likely to occur in areas that don't offer clean water and sanitation facilities. Poor management of wastewater also puts individuals at risk for health issues. Untreated water can also prove poisonous to individuals since certain hazardous chemicals may be present, including lead and arsenic. Since 1990, 5.8 billion people have consumed safe drinking water. More products and services, including filtration systems, have made the increase possible. Safe drinking water is defined as water sourced on premises, and that can be used on demand. The water must also be free of any fecal contamination and not contain any dangerous levels of chemicals. Areas with basic drinking water services need a safe water source within a round trip of 30 minutes or less. Limited water services require more than 30 minutes to complete water collection. Over the next several years, experts estimate that half of the world's population will live in water-stressed areas. To achieve universal basic water coverage, the rates of progress would need to double by 2030. However, many challenges prevent universal safe drinking water. Challenges include climate change and a surge in population growth. External agencies need to assist in counteracting the effects of higher population numbers and climate change. Adult women and young girls in low-income and developing countries spend billions and billions of hours collecting water to provide for their households. Girls are twice as likely than boys to have the responsibility of gathering water from sources to bring back home. School attendance is also directly affected by how close households are to water sources and how long it takes them to collect for their families. Water pollution has increased at a steady rate and has become a problem, especially in industrial and agricultural areas. The use of pesticides and fertilizers pollutes water sources. Also, untreated sewage can flow back and contaminate groundwater and surface water. A large amount of wastewater gets sent directly into the closest drain or water source without any treatment. Contaminants in the wastewater include household chemicals, urine, fecal matter, and other toxic agents. Many lists that include fun facts about water overlook the amount individuals need daily. The UN suggests that each person needs approximately 20 to 50 liters of water daily to ensure their basic needs. Each person should drink at least 4 to 7 liters of clean water per day. If women lactate, they should drink around 7.5 liters of clean water daily. Individuals also require about 2 liters for food preparation purposes. The rest of the water is necessary for personal sanitation, clothes washing, and other hygiene tasks. Healing Waters wants everyone to have more than standard access to water. The water needs to be safe for all. Untreated water puts countless people at risk, especially children, the elderly, and those with pre-existing health conditions. Healing Waters knows there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution to the water scarcity crisis. Design teams, engineers, and more work together to create healthy solutions for entire communities. System designs permit the safe and effective removal of bacteria, viruses, chemicals, and other harmful substances from water sources. Healing Waters also provides curriculum services and more to educate and raise awareness about the global water crisis. Contact a representative to learn more about our mission to combat water scarcity. Thank you for watching this video.